Most beginner websites fail for one simple reason. Everything looks the same, no emphasis, no structure, no direction. And that's exactly what we are going to be fixing today. So, hey guys, welcome to day 3 of my 100 days of code journey. So, in the previous class, we've already talked about headings and paragraphs. So, today we're going to be looking at how to actually make our text communicate. So, before we touch any code, understand this. Text formatting is what turns plain text into something powerful. It controls attentions, creates emphasis, and guides your user's eyes. Without it, your website is just noise. Alright, so we're going to be integrating all the elements in the web page. So let's bring in our boilerplate. So basically, we call this shortcut boilerplate. So instead of you typing your doc type manually, you can simply on your keyboard long press on shift and 1, so it basically generates this boilerplate. Alright, so we can give our title name um text. Let's give it text formatting web page. Okay, so in the body, let's have an H2 for my coding journey. Okay, so let's have a paragraph of I'm learning HTML step by step as parts of my 100 days of code. So basically, looking at this text, or looking at this paragraph rather, I want to place more emphasis on my HTML and 100 days of code. So basically, I'm going to wrap the HTML text in a strong element. So let's call it here HTML, and this my 100 days of code can be italic. Well, for more emphasis and structure, I prioritize using EM. So I can cut, paste. Alright. So okay, we're done with this. So let's have other tags. We have the B. So basically, B, I, they're also still very relevant. But when it now comes to, like for instance, I'm talking about the HTML and other days of code, right? So basically, I have to put more emphasis on this guy. So, and for SEO purposes, because there's something called semantic. We have semantic HTML. So basically, we're going to be treating that. So, strong and EM are just like semantic HTML elements. They basically give my browser, a kind of um, strong importance. They basically um, so the reason why I'm using strong and EM here is basically just to tell my browser that, oh, this part basically represent a strong importance, a strong seriousness. So basically these guys are still relevant, but when it comes to placing more emphasis, you prioritize strong for bold and EM for italic. So for bold, let's have bold example here. um italic example, and let's have view for this is an underline text, just to be more specific. Text. All right. So let's look at So H3 more text formatting. So now we're going to be using this sub element. So let's have a paragraph for water formula. So basically, one of water formula is H₂O. So basically, the two text is like below the text H and O. So basically, I'm going to wrap it in this in an sub element. So let's call sub. So sub. Okay. So I'm basically going to put my two. Yeah. All right. So then there's another paragraph for. Paragraph for math expression. So for mathematics expression, we're going to be using um, SUP. So let's have a kind of math expression like s raised to the power 2. So basically, the 2 is going to be above the x. So we're going to wrap it in SUP. So basically, the 2 will be wrapping a superscript. So let's have SUP and bring the 2 here. Alright, so we have that. Then we have the mark. So like I said, basically the mark is like an highlighter. Basically it draws attention for key points basically. So I can have this. So I can have this is important text. And we have the DEL. So old price. So like I said, we basically use the DEL for the old price. So sorry, let's have a mark a paragraph here. Okay, so old price. So let's assume the old price of a particular product is 10,000, and they're currently running the promo. Probably is now currently let's say probably not currently 5. So let's assume probably the price. So let's assume let's have $50. All right. So let's assume this is the initial price for uh, the particular product for a particular product. So probably they are running a discount, and current price is 20. So basically, we're gonna put this guy won't be valid anymore, right? So I'm gonna wrap it in using DEL. So using DEL. All right. So I'm gonna cut this. Now paste it here. All right. And lastly, we have the X. So okay, let me have a paragraph 2. So for outdated information. Okay, so basically use X for this. All right. So basically, so I'm going to open with live server so you can look at the outputs. So you right click on your browser, click open with live server. All right. So we have this. Well, our H₂ for my coding journey. We have the text, we have the bold text, we have the italic text, basically using I. So now you can see the water formula. 2 basically sits below the text, and we have the superscript for the math expression. Here we have mark, representing the text with yellow background, and also we have the DL representing the old price, and S for the outdated information. Okay, so that will be all for today. So I want you to subscribe, like, comment, and share to every of your friends out there looking forward to transition into coding, web development precisely. Alright, so see you in day 4.